Do you think your brain is fixed? Like the way it is today is the same as it was a year ago? Truth is, reality is stranger than fiction. Your brain changes every single day, minute by minute, based on your habits, behaviors, and even your thoughts. And most of the time, you don't even notice it. Today, we're going to talk about 7 things that shape and reshape your brain without you realizing. Some of them happen daily, and some build up slowly until they quietly damage something deep inside you. And number 5, if you hear it and finish the video without flinching, then you're stronger than 90% of people. Oh, and by the way, if content like this is your thing, then hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like the video. I won't remind you again. Once is enough. 1. Lack of sleep isn't just about feeling tired. Studies show that people who consistently sleep less than 6 hours a night experience shrinkage in the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. A real-life example. Ever forgot someone's name or where you put your keys, even though you're usually good at remembering these things? Your poor sleep might be the reason. Add to that, lack of sleep weakens your decision-making, kills focus, makes you more irritable, and messes with your mood for no obvious reason. Why? Because sleep is literally the brain's cleanup time. It organizes memories, deletes the useless, and stores what matters. Without that, everything becomes chaos. 2. Every scroll, every notification, every TikTok or reel gives your brain a mini dose of dopamine, the chemical linked to pleasure and motivation. But here's the problem. These constant hits dull your brain's reward system. Things that used to excite you, like reading a book, talking to friends, or your favorite hobby, start to feel boring in comparison. You open Instagram or TikTok for 5 minutes, suddenly it's been an hour, and afterward, you feel lazy, unfocused, and your mood is weird. That's your brain tired from dopamine overload. The brain is like a child. If it gets used to fast rewards, it rejects real effort. 3. Too much isolation isn't just boredom, it's a real psychological stressor. The human brain is wired for connection. When you isolate for too long, whether because of work, lack of friends, or just pulling away from others, your brain interprets it as danger. What happens? The gray matter responsible for thinking and processing starts to shrink. The amygdala, the fear center, becomes overactive. You feel more anxious, and your ability to read social cues drops. Ever spent a few days indoors glued to your phone? You didn't talk to anyone much, and suddenly your mood tanks for no reason? That's your brain reacting to social withdrawal. 4. Daily anxiety is not as normal as we pretend it is. When you're constantly anxious about the future, relationships, failure, your body enters a permanent emergency mode. You're always ready to fight or run, even when there's no real threat. What happens? Blood flow to your logic and creative centers drops. You lose your ability to analyze, remember, or think clearly. Your reactions become automatic, fast, and often harsh. Someone says something small, but you overreact emotionally. That's not weak personality, that's anxiety hijacking your neural responses. 5. Every time you hear about war, death, disaster, inflation, your brain enters survival mode, even if you're sitting safely at home. The amygdala, which detects danger, grows larger and becomes more sensitive. And that makes your brain start viewing the entire world as dark, cruel, and hopeless. You watch the news, then walk out of the room feeling drained, numb, and thinking, what's the point? That's not coincidence. That's your brain collapsing under constant negativity. 6. You see people on Instagram dressing up, traveling, smiling, succeeding, and you compare that to your messy real life? Your brain doesn't know what's real and what's staged. What happens? Your motivation centers quiet down. Happiness levels drop. Shame and feelings of failure creep in, even if you're doing just fine in real life. For example, you feel proud after achieving something, until you see someone achieve something bigger. Suddenly, your joy vanishes. That's the toxic effect of constant comparison. 7. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, and over time, high cortisol damages your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles focus, decision-making, and planning. Like you sit down to study, but your mind keeps jumping from one worry to another. Or you forget small things even though you're trying to focus. That's not laziness, it's stress attacking your brain on a biological level. Conclusion: your brain is like clay. Every day, your habits and thoughts shape it. Either you mold it in a way that serves you, or you let it quietly crumble. The good news? Most of these effects are reversible, but only if you become aware of them and act before it's too late. If you'd like a follow-up video on how to reprogram your brain and protect it from these effects, let me know in the comments. Let this video be your mental fresh start. And if you've made it this far, you're already different from the average viewer. So hit that like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, and let's build a stronger brain, one day at a time.